one more command called git fetch and git pull. Okay, so to explain the git pull, right, I need one more workspace. Okay, so I can get one more workspace, one more machine, because as of now we are working with only one user. Okay, how git behaves when it comes to like multiple users. So let me try to open one more client. Okay, one more machine. So there is one more user called Sally. Okay, 168.146.128. Okay, this is what Sally's machine, guys. Okay, now Sally is using the Linux machine as a Git client. Okay, so this is what Sally's machine. Okay, mkdir Sally and go to Sally. So this is what Sally's thing, and Sally started working on the Git repository. So for that, first Sally should have an account. Okay, now as an admin, now what I'm trying to do, I'm creating an account for Sally. Go to users, create a new account, Sally, password Sally, Sally. Okay, and just save it and go to access permissions. Provide access to Sally even on the same repository. Full permissions, add it. Okay, and come down, save it. Right? Yeah, you can ignore that error, guys. There is a bug in this version of the Git actually. Okay. Now come back repository. Okay. Now Sally should clone this, right? Go to Sally. Okay. Git clone. Let's take the HTTP only. But this is Sally, right? So remove the admin from here. Right? Got Sally now clone it. What happened? Cannot open display. Okay, let's try to log in the same thing with Sally, guys. Okay, Control C, Control Shift N. Sally. Okay, go to repositories. Click on repository. Just copy this. Git clone. Any change? I don't see any change. Some issue is with this. Okay, we'll do one thing. We'll make use of another mechanism instead of this.
Is it a new VM or is it the same VM?
It's a new VM. It's not the same VM. Can you see I have two VMs? 1, 2. Okay, it's a new VM. I never see this kind of error actually. So let's see it in our existing VM itself. Git clone. Sorry. No. I think, I'm guessing, the Git version installed in Linux may not be the right version to match with the server. Okay, so that was one suspect I have it. Other than that, I want to try one more thing. When it works out, then we'll see that. Otherwise, we'll work on Git bash itself. Okay, so there is one more way of authenticating your Git server, guys. Okay, I showed you three ways, right? I mean, it is showing three ways, right? So HTTP is one which you are using it right now. Okay, so I want to see the SSH event. Okay, let's see how SSH works. So to make your SSH work, right? So this is what Sally's workspace. Okay, now go into the Sally's.sh folder. Okay, so here few files are there. Actually, you don't find your machine any files. You have to generate some authentication keys. So make use of the command called ssh-keygen-t RSA. This is what the command. Using this, we can generate some keys. Okay. So once you generated the key, you can find a file called id underscore rsfpub. Cat this file. What are the key you have it here, right? So copy the key. Go to the Sally's account. Okay. Now, can you click on Sally account, my profile? In the my profile of Sally, right? So can you see search keys? Add the key here. Okay. And just come down and just add it. That's it. Now key is added. Let's make use of this way of authentication where it works fine or not. HTTP is not working, right? So let's see the SSH here. Copy this. Git clone. Let's see if it works fine, then good. Oh, it was working fine. I just, yeah, yes. First time it will ask you yes. Yes, it's cloned successfully, guys. So SSH is working. HTTP is not working for some reason. Okay, so you can use any one of it, not an issue. Go to the repo. Okay, so I told you when you clone a new repository, you have to set your username password first. Okay, so to set your username password, I gave you some commands in the first day document. Okay, so what are those exactly? Something like git config. I remember the command. I'll learn it. Okay, git config hyphen hyphen global. Okay, user dot name. What is the user? Oh, sorry, it's already there. I used this machine earlier. And user dot email or email. Yeah, sally@gmail.com. So Sally user is already there in this machine. Fine. Now in your case you have to set these two things. Okay. So in my machine is already there. Now let's make some changes. Where I'm there exactly? Git branch. I'm in the master point. Okay. So I'm in the master. Let's make some changes. Echo hello to uh, sally.txt. Some file I come adding it. Okay. Git add. Okay. Git commit hyphen m added by Sally in master, right? Git log. Now you made some changes. Now you can push the changes. Git push. That's it. It pushed it. Right. Okay, guys. Sally rejected the changes. Maybe like Sally we didn't give a what do you call permissions actually. Okay. So let's see push permission. Did we give push permissions to Sally? I think we gave it. Let me see.
Did you read right?
With an admin, right? So Sally. Oops, we didn't give it. Please try to give the permissions, full permission. Save it. Okay. So now you push it. Right? It's pushed successfully. And remember guys, you see one difference between a Git bash and this. In Git bash, every time it is asking you the password. But using SSH, once you set up the keys, right, it will never ask you password again. Okay. You can freely work with all your operations because it is auto SSH, nothing but auto authenticated. Okay. You once you put the keys there, you are completely authorized to perform the push pull commands, okay, without any changes. Now, why I'm trying to explain this is now Sally made some changes, right? Okay, so come back to Harry. Now, Harry wants those changes, so Harry can get those changes with the help of the pull command. That's what I'm trying to explain. What do you mean by pull is, okay, when you look at the architecture, so this is what, okay, now Sally will push something, okay, and how Harry will get push and pull. Push nothing but you are sending your changes to remote repository, and if somebody wants the remote repository change to the local repository, they'll make use of a pull command. Just run a pull command. And you have the changes back, and you can see salad.txt file here. right? Can you see R3 some changes? It is doing everything. I mean from the server. So hi.txt. Okay. So there seems to be some conflict, guys. Okay. So seems like we didn't push some files. Let's see. It is asking us to rebase it. I'll explain the rebase concept even. Why rebase? You must edit merge conflict. Git merge tool. There were some conflicts. Let's see what exactly those conflicts. Enter. So first hi.txt conflict. So yeah, this change. Commit this. Okay. Now git merge tool again. Any other thing? No files to be merged right now. And git status. Okay. Git rebase hyphen continue. Something went wrong. Falling back to the patching based three-way merge. This is completely wrong actually. Rebase. Get you off. This commit is done by Harry user. Okay. And where Sally committed? Your branch master set. Git status. r.txt.org. Git pull origin master. It's origin. Something went wrong with this workspace, guys. I'll do one thing. Instead of wasting time over here, I'll just try to clone the new workspace. Repo 1 I'll make it up. Okay, so go into the repo 1. Now you try to pull the changes. Right now you don't find any changes here because it got everything almost. Okay, so let's make one more change in the with Sally's commit. Okay, echo. Okay, it is up to date because it's a fresh copy, right? It pulled from the server. Now Sally is also pulling the changes up to date. So now let's make some changes with the Sally. Hi, some changes from Sally, which is going to be like r1.txt. Oops, something wrong. Why very few files here? Okay, all of that. Echo r1.txt. Okay, git status, git add, git commit hyphen added by Sal, and now git push. Right, so try to run the pull, you'll get the changes. Right, so this is how you'll get it. There's something went wrong in the other workspace. Okay, so just check it on this. Now you got all the changes. So you try to run the now can r1.txt, you will get See, hi, some changes from Sally. So this is how people can update themselves with the help of the remote repository. Okay. Now, Git Pull. People, I've seen many guys ask this question to the guys in interviews and all. What is the difference between pull and sorry fetch? So, right. So what exactly pull and fetch is? Pull, I just showed you like getting the remote repository changes, okay, and applying them on your workspace. Okay, look at the diagram here. This is your remote repository. This is your workspace. Okay, and this is what your local repository, and this is what your workspace. Okay, your local machine inside this local repository or your workspace, and from the remote repository you are pulling the changes. Okay, when it's a pull, right, it will get the changes. Okay, at the same time it applies those changes on your workspace and you can see them visually. Okay, so this is called a pull operation. Okay, which is you just saw the pull operation. Now there is one more operation, is a fetch. When you do the fetch, right, it will get the changes from your remote repository, okay, and it keeps in your local repository. Fetch, okay, it keeps the changes in your local repository. This is what your local repository, okay, local repository, right? But it will not apply on your workspace. That's what the difference. Really, really important. Many times people think like I want to cross check any changes happening in the remote repository, okay, but at the same time I don't want those changes to be applied to my workspace. Okay, if you don't want those changes to apply to your workspace, but at the same time I want to get the changes to my local repository, then you go for the fetch. Okay, and if you want, no, I want the changes from the remote repository and also like now apply on my local workspace. Okay, so then go for the pull. So let's try to see fetch how it works. Okay, now echo hello from master, some changes in with the Harry. Okay, r1.txt, right? Now git add, git commit hyphen m, some changes in master, right? So these changes happen in the master. Now git push. This is a very bad about HTTP protocol. Every time it asks push. Now it pushes the changes, right? Now go to Sally. Now Sally says, I just want the changes in my local repository, but I don't want to apply it. Go for fetch. Can you see? She got the changes into the local repository, but if you see the cat r1.txt, hi, some changes for Sally only, but you do the cat r1.txt. Can you see? Hello from master is not there here. Nothing but it didn't apply it. Okay. If you really want to apply the changes, you do the git pull. That will get the change and applies it. Now you do the git r1.txt, cat r1.txt. Now you can see hello from master. Right. So that was the difference between the fetch and the pull, guys. Okay. Now there is one more thing is fetch pull. Okay. Yeah, I showed you one command in the beginning, okay, which is git ls hyphen remote origin. So this command will show branches tags. Okay, when I show this command, there is no tags. Right now you can see even the tags, master, and all the branches, right? And it will show you the revision numbers where they are right now. Okay. So merging was done, and what else is fine? Yeah, rebase is another important one. Okay, so these things are really really important. Merging, rebase, and cherry pick. Okay, so you already seen a merge. Okay, rebase and cherry pick. Okay, these three concepts are all look same, but they are different actually. Okay, but all are for merging only. Okay, so in merge, right, what will happen, when you're merging from one branch to another branch master. Okay, so if there are any conflicts and all, it will create, okay, it will create a merge revision. Okay, but when it comes to rebase, right, okay, it will not create any merge revision. The reason it is, any conflict should be resolved at source branch itself. Okay, then the things should be merged. Okay, and the advantage with the merge is, okay, you can have, okay, you can have history of a branch. And if you go to a particular branch, you can have a history. But when it comes to this, right, you don't know when the branch has been merged. You don't know when the branch has been merged. Okay. See why I'm saying when the branch has been merged is because here it is creating a merge revision. Here there is no merge revision, so things is merged. Like, 4 commits in the master, 4 commits in the branch, they will be merged, and it looks like same development, same branch development. It won't look like they did in some other branch and they rebase it. Okay, so one way is advantage rebase. It is pretty quick. Okay, if there are no conflicts and all. And other way is like you cannot find history of a particular branch here. Okay, especially for the master you don't find a history because there is no merge revision number. But in the merge there is a revision number. If there are any conflicts and all, you can get the history of a branch. So let's see one rebase thing actually. Okay, so now what I will do, I'll try to create a branch now here. Git branch. Let me create R4. Okay, and switch it to R4. Check out R4. Okay, so touch R4.txt. Okay, and git add dot and git commit hyphen n R4.txt added by Harry. Right. So let me make one more change. Echo some changes by Harry in R4 in hi.txt. Okay. So git add git commit hyphen n added by Harry in R4. Right. Git log. You made 2 commits. Have a look at this in the R4 branch. Right. So once you made 2 commits, I'm done with the changes. Okay. So you're not now go back to the master. Check out master. So now master wants the R4 changes to be here. Okay. So git log. Can you see this is the master changes since master only, which is 6b80 and all. Okay. Now git rebase. Okay. Your R4 just like a merge. Right. Now you do the git log. You got the changes. Okay. This is 2 changes R4.txt and this thing. Okay. Now if by looking at this, right, as there is no commit transaction, people thinks they made it the development in master itself. Okay, but when it comes to the merge, right, there will be a commit created. That's a kind of a separator. Okay, this changes has been bought from the so-and-so branch. Okay, so that's the advantage of the merge. And rebase is something like blindly auto merge. Okay, and commits are merged automatically in the your branch itself. Okay, so that's what the rebase thing. And if you want the technical definition, here I found a good definition here. See, if you rewrite more than one commit by rebasing, okay, you have to test all of the rewritten commits since they are rewritten by the rebase algorithm. This is something like you are overwriting all your changes on the master commits. Okay, so the actual thing like since merge, rebase, cherry pick are purely text based. Text based nothing but they are all works with your content of your source file only. Okay, I understand semantics of their text, they can end up logically in character text. What do you mean by this is when the things are merging to text files, right, there might be some conflicts. Okay, they end up with the incorrect and your job is to resolve them. So such commits always should be reviewed and tested in order to detect potential problems. Review nothing but somebody should review your commits. Okay. Right now in our Git system there is nothing like review is there, but actually if you go for some cloud-based tools like Stash and Bitbucket and all, there will be a review system. Whatever you committed will not be merged to your main report automatically. Somebody will review it. Okay. So if you have that system, that will be really good. Okay. So the thing is, hence it might be more efficient to merge a long feature branch into the upstream instead rebasing it with the instead reversing it, since with merge you will have a review and test a single commit. What do you mean by this is if you do a merge, right, there will be a single commit, okay, which will tell you there is a merge happened. But if you have a like if you did rebase, right, okay, and you work for 1 month on one branch and you rebased it, okay, and you don't know, like, the commits are whether they're done in the master or in the R4. So that's the problem with that. So the recommended approach is, if you have a long running branch, okay, you merge it. If you have a short running, like a couple of days, I want to do some commits, but I don't want to see any history of that and all, then go for the rebase. So based on your requirement, you have to choose either rebase or merge. Okay, merge is the recommended one for a lengthier, long running branches. Rebase is the recommendation for the short running branches. Couple of days branches, you want to make some commits and merge, and you don't want any history, then go for the rebase. Okay, for the branch, for merging, right? If it is a long running, like you want to work for 2 months of one branch and you want to merge it, go for the merging one. Okay, that's what the difference between rebase and the merge. Okay, and cherry picking also pretty much same, but the thing is, okay, the difference between cherry picking and rebase merge is, treat like, your branch is still going on. I mean, your master, you made some commits here, guys. Okay, you have some commits here, and parallelly, there is a branch created, one more branch. Okay, treat it like, a cherry pick branch. Okay, this is cherry branch. Okay, let's try to create a cherry branch, then I'll show you what do you mean by cherry pick, then you'll understand much better. Now git branch cherry. Okay, now check out, my branch name is cherry. Okay, now let's make some changes. Okay, echo hello cherry.txt. A file has been added, git add, right, comment hyphen added cherry. Okay, next. Let's make one more comment, echo hello from cherry into hi.txt. Okay, and git add and git comment. Okay, hyphen m added in cherry branch hi.txt. Okay, so if you look at the diagram here, I made a couple of commits here. First commit, second commit. Assume I have many commits there. Okay, so what do you mean by cherry picking is, so the master that, okay, here, this is the master, right? The master, somebody is working and they want one particular revision things into your branch. Okay, see, somebody asked me a question right just now, can you merge a single file? Okay, single file merging is not possible, but single revision merging is possible with the help of the cherry picking. Okay, so what do you mean by cherry picking is, you can get a particular revision and you can merge it to your branch. Okay, so look at the git log here, git log. Can you see two revisions 5860, and these are both from the cherry things. Okay, so just keep a note of them and switch it to git checkout master, right? I'm in a master right now. Okay, now I want a particular branch, git cherry pick. Okay, and you can give, so not particular branch, particular revision from the branch. Sorry guys, it is cherry pick actually. What is the command? Yeah, revision number. So take this, you know to copy entire revision, guys. First 6 digits are more than enough. Okay, look at this, it the cherry pick, this revision number has been merged to your machine. Okay, your workspace actually. Okay, so what exactly it was, git status, there's no change, and you look at git log, you run it. Okay, git log, can you see added cherry branch hi.txt, nothing but you got only this log. Okay, but actually you made one more commit also, you didn't get that commit. Okay, if you look at your diagram, you made two commits but you got only one commit, right? So with the help of cherry pick, you can get a particular commit into your local branch. I did from master, so it has successfully merged into my master. Now till here, this was my master thing, everything. and this is from the one revision from my cherry branch. Okay, but in cherry branch there are two things are there, but I merged only one. Okay, so this is how you can do the cherry picking here. Okay, particular revision you can merge it into your branch, right? So that's what a cherry pick command is. And yeah, the last topic of this Git session was patch sets. Okay, so come back to your workflow. Now it's a need to come back to workflow here. So if you remember the workflow of the Git, right? The first stage is untracked. So to remove the changes from here, right? We made use of git clean command. Okay, and the second was the staged. So to remove the changes from here, we use the stash. Okay, and there is the third stage, local repository. Okay, so I don't say it is a removing actually. So sometimes what happens, there is a requirement for a team. Okay, assume there is a developer A is there. Developer A made some three commits here. Okay, so three commits are there in his local repository. He's about to push the changes, but he didn't push the changes yet. Okay, but before he is pushing the changes, okay, now there is one more developer is there. So he's saying like, could you please share your commits to me so that I want to verify that. Okay, it's something like this. I want to edit this one, make a copy. It's not a making copy. Okay guys, I'll draw it one more time. This is what your local machine and he's committing from here. Okay, right now this guy has three commits. Uh, One commit, second commit, and third commit. Okay, he didn't push these changes to the remote repository. Okay, but there is one more developer is there. Okay, there is another developer is there, and this guy says, can you please give me these commits to me. Okay, so he's asking this developer, can you send me these commits to me. So one way of sending, I told you in the beginning, he can add his repository as origin and he can push it. But the thing is, when he pushes these changes here, those changes will become part of his repository. Okay, nothing but, if see, this is the structure of this repository, right? So changes will be there here, guys. Okay, those changes will be there here. Come on. Oops, did I took any color or what? Oh, okay. Should become white color. Okay, yeah, some pencil is working. So when he pushes the changes to this guy's repository, those changes will be part of his local repository. Okay, but he is having a concern. I don't want those changes to be my part of local repository. I want those changes to be in my local workspace. Nothing but he wants the changes here, guys. Okay, not in the local repository. So which is impossible. When you push something to his repository, the changes will be part of his repository and the revision numbers are appended. No, he don't want that. So if you don't want to push it, but at the same time you want to share the comments to him, that can be achieved with the help of the patch sets. Okay, a patch set is nothing but sending a set of commits to your friend, your other developer, okay, and asking him to apply on his local workspace and verify the changes, and if he's good, then he can proceed with whatever he wanted. Okay, so how to do that? So to do that, let me show you an example. So do you have any changes here? Git status? No, nothing. Git pull. I'm just making sure I'm up to date or not. Right, I'm up to date. So I'm making some changes, guys. Hello. Okay. Git add dot and git commit hyphen m. Added some changes. Master. Right, one commit. Let me make one more commit. Patch j dot txt some file touch command, git add, git commit hyphen m, added few more changes. Okay, so second commit is done. Okay, total how many commits, guys? Here, two commits you made it. Okay, first one, second one. Okay, that's cool. And if you clearly look at, there is one more commit is there, guys. Add cherry. Actually, this commit is there in your local machine, but the thing is, which is not pushed to your remote repository. Okay, when you cherry pick, right, you got that commit. Now, what I will do it. Okay, I want to send my commits to my friend. Okay, all these commits are there in my local repository, but they didn't push to remote repository. I didn't make use of push command, guys. If I use the push command, there's no point in sharing the things, because the other guy can easily get them with the help of the pull command. He can pull it, he can get the changes. But these changes are not there in the remote repository. I want to get from this guy this command. So to do that right, you can run a command called git patch set. Okay, what is the command, guys? Patch set. Yeah, it's not patch set, format patch. Format patch origin and master. So where do you want to get the commits? Which commits you want to send? Master commits. Look at this, guys. There are not only three, guys. There are many are there. Okay. So these are all the commits which you made it, but all these commits are not part of your remote repository. These are all in your local. Okay. Now these many commits are there in your local. Now all these commits happening, they created some patches files. If you look at your Explorer here, repository Explorer, can you see all these files created? So these files are called the paths. Okay. Now what I can do it, I'll share these files to either email or file system to my friend, so that he can copy all these files to his local workspace. Now let's send these files to Sally to Sally is other user. So let's send these files to Sally, where I want Sally to apply these files and do something for it. Okay, Sally wants to all these changes. Okay, let's say uh, which one will take it? Yeah, I add few more changes, something like the path set 5 we will send it to the Sally. Okay, so let's try to open PSCP, what is fifth path set, right? 005. Okay, and we'll send it to Sally. Root. I'm using just PSCP command, guys, which will copy the file. It's a normal file system copy. 146.168. Uh, 192, 192 168.146.128 colon enter. Red hat. Okay, so you is it there? Not out here. This is the file. Sorry, let's myself here. Yeah, you have the path set over here. Just copy this path set into the repo, Sally's repo. I just copy into Sally's repo. So just go inside, and you have path set over here. Just try to run a command called git apply and provide this. I think that was the command. Let me check, cross check. What's the command? Yeah, git apply and patch it. Okay, what exactly this patch set is, I'm not running the patch set, okay? Before that I want to show you how the file looks like. Okay, so cat hierarchies. These are from the master changes, something is there, right? And you look at your git bash, cat hierarchies. We made the last commit something, right? What exactly we made the last commit? I added few more changes to the path set. So what exactly we modified in this path set? I mean this commit? We added only, right? Anyone remember? I just forgot what exactly we did. I added few more changes. I think git.txt. Yeah, this file we added actually. Okay. Now do you see that file here? No. But once you apply, git apply, and you do this. Can you see JIT file? Is it appear here? So that's what applying the path set. So when you apply that, right, whatever the changes has been made, can you see JIT.txt? So whatever the changes has been made of that particular file, revision, right? Okay, that particular commit, that you can apply it here and you can see the changes. Okay, now the difference between the pushing and this, right? Now the changes are there in your local workspace. Okay, that's what I'm trying to say here. The changes are in a local workspace. They are not part of your repository. If you wish, okay, then you can add and commit it. Okay, otherwise you can ignore it. Just for testing. That's it. See, and nobody uses this parset concept, guys. People will directly deal with committing and all. I'm not just trying to explain because there is a feature available with the Git. Okay, so understanding the feature is important. So parset is a feature where you can you can create the path sets for each and every commit and you can share it with the remote developer and you can apply on his machine and you can verify it. Okay, and you can create a path set only for a non-pushed commits. Okay, so I'll show you even that. Suppose this guy git push Harry pushed all of them, everything you pushed it. Git status, nothing is there. Okay, you can ignore this guys, all this path set. I'm just deleting it, all the path set. Git status, right? Everything is clean and green. Now you try to uh, git format path set. Okay, try to create a path set now. Can you see? It is not creating any path set because there are no commits which has not pushed. Okay, so let's try to create one more commit. Okay, git add git commit hyphen m. Okay, blah 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 something. Right now, you run the git format path set. Can you see it's prepared on path set now because there is only one revision is there. Nothing more. The non-pushed commits can only be created on the path set. Okay, and these path sets you can share it with your developer and they can apply on their machine and they can see the changes. Okay, so that's about the path set concept, right? The last concept of the Git.